Oh,
Yay!
cool. There we are. Yay.
Not cool exactly. What's the ring light not on?
Because reasons. Watch this. As if by cinema magic.
Ooh. Yay, there we go. Okay.
Yay.
Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. It was the
Alright.
heat.
It was. We're going to blame the heat.
Yeah, I'm going to blame the heat. So, how are you?
Hot.
Yeah. But how are you? Oh,
Temperature.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I understand. So, it is a hot one. I hope you all are staying cool or at least well hydrated, preferably
Or
both.
Yeah.
Preferably both.
Would be good.
So, yeah, it's another day in Bardic Town.
Yes.
So,
It's that Monday.
well, I mean, it's kind of Bardic Town.
Anyway. Let's see. Should we do our drinks first?
We should do our drinks first.
All right.
What are these special extras sitting in front of us?
Yes. They're pretty is what they are.
Pretty.
Look at that.
Wow. Very, very nearly totally clear.
Yeah.
I mean, totally transparent. They got a nice yellow golden tinge to them. But
That's like a honey gold.
Yeah, you can see right through. Honey gold?
Yeah.
How fortuitous. Why ever would you call it that?
Because it looks like honey. It also happens to be made with honey. So this is our sizer that we're doing with Mystic Mead. So go ahead.
Neat. Oh, man. That is just... There's everything I love about their mead combined with everything I love about your cider.
So we used the pinata apples that I was playing with a few months ago.
I think so.
This one's been sitting for a while.
It's taking its own sweet time.
Which is good. I mean, it's turned out really well. But I think that's given like this spice quality.
Yeah,
like, not hot,
no.
just like spiced.
Yeah, like not peppery, but in that family where it's a spice flavor.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's tremendously good. It has those really great mead qualities. It has a little bit of a dry aftertaste.
Little boozy.
Little boozy,
which
yes.
Last time, you took a gravity reading.
I took a new gravity reading,
and?
Which for a 14.3, I would expect it to be a little on the boozy side. This is officially equal to Gold Fever in terms of ABV. Cheers. Well done. I'm glad I've already surpassed it.
Wow, 14.3.
You guys nailed it.
You can tell that it's boozy.
You can tell with this one.
It's not unpleasant.
It's just a little bit, perhaps I should be careful for this one.
Which is good.
Yeah. This is the one that's going to slap you hard, but not before it dances with you first.
Yeah.
That one's good. I thoroughly enjoy that.
I do too. What are you drinking?
I am drinking
tonight?
A little bit of the last of Relics. We have a couple gallons of this left. It's not on tap presently, but it will be as soon as something blows. There's 2 gallons left of the barrel-aged Relics, and then it is gone until I can make some more, which is going to have to wait for our new facility.
Yep.
So I've got a little bit of work to do on the barrels, but one of them is going to be devoted to a just unbelievable old books that's probably going to take a good solid year to make. And the other, I will probably do Relics again because that one was much beloved. And I should probably get a third barrel and do another Singularity because, dang, that was the beer I wanted to make when I first started making beer. So we should do that one again.
So life lesson: when you're trying something new, you're trying to learn something. It's okay for it to take a while.
Yes, and it is okay to screw it up a little bit.
I need to remember. I was working on a project earlier and very frustrated.
How long did it take me to make my barrel-aged Singularity? Remind me.
13 years.
Yes. And how long have you been working on your project?
13 minutes.
Okay, so I think maybe you're okay.
What's frustrating is the tools aren't working the way they should.
That's the worst. I hate that because they're wronging you.
Yes.
They are maliciously, intentionally not working right just to spite you. At least that's what I've had to tell my counselor. So I'm sure everybody else thinks of that too.
You should drink about it.
I should drink about it.
Don't tell your counselor I said that.
No, she'd probably laugh and then high five you. She's cool like that.
Well, I am drinking good old health potion.
Mm,
On a hot day like this, it just seemed right.
for sure. On a hot day like this, relics does not seem right, but I'm going ahead and having it all the same.
For you, it does seem right.
You're not wrong.
I know. I'm really happy with this batch.
You should be. It was a long time in the making, and it turned out really good.
Also, it's gone a lot faster than I anticipated. So, kudos to all of you.
Glad you enjoy health potion.
I have some base cider that I was going to use to make social distancing, and I am now going to commandeer that and make health potion so that I don't make you guys wait another 3 months to get health potion.
Oh, but which base cider?
Oh, the pinatas.
The
So the
pinatas.
same that we used in the sizer that we're making. So it's going to probably have a little bit different profile to it.
It's going to be better. It's going to be what you intended originally.
Well, I kind of hope not, because I don't use pinatas that often.
It's going to be the same, but different.
It's going to be lovely, I'm
It's
sure.
going to be fantastic. The pinatas, on their own, when you ferment them, they have this ever so slight pineapple note to it.
Mhm.
And if somebody didn't tell you to look for pineapple, you probably wouldn't recognize it. You'd probably just go, oh, this is pleasant, but I don't know what it is. So it's a very nice, maybe a little bit tart,
Mhm.
maybe just a little bit sweet.
Almost
Really,
a little spicy.
almost a little spicy, fruity flavor to it. But everything's so subtle you don't really notice it. But then you mix in strawberries and hibiscus to that, and
Yeah.
good. No, wait, that's copywritten. I mean, yeah. That's probably still copywritten.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's great. That
Good.
one's surely fine. I'm sure that one's
Oh,
open
yeah.
source.
Pinatas are the one that apple base that I use for Up is Down, which is coming back. I'm going to put that back on tap hopefully Friday. So
Yay. It's ready.
it is ready. It's just, what do we have tap wise available?
What do we do with a half full barrel? What do we do with a half full barrel? What do we do with a half full barrel? Switch it for Up is Down. Hey ho and give them cider. Hey ho and give them cider.
Oh.
Hey ho and give them
Flavor
cider.
spice. Yes. Flavor spice. That's exactly it.
Just not in the morning.
You need to sing more.
It has to be 11 o'clock. The Bible says so.
What?
No, 9 o'clock.
What?
Excuse me. My bad. So the Apostle Peter, so Spirit of God comes down. He empowers them to speak this multi-language that everybody can understand. People are like, they're drunk. And Peter's like, we can't be drunk. It's not 9 yet. The Bible says you can't be drunk until 9, but it says nothing after 9. So you can serve cider at 9, as far as the Bible says.
Yeah. All
Might have
right.
been 11, but I'm pretty sure it's 9. I'm going to
I'm
have to
pretty
brush
sure it
up
was
on
9. I'm
So.
pretty sure. All right. Welcome to Randomness.
Guess I'll be talking to my counselor about that too.
Ooh, let's see.
Oh,
Can I?
Oh,
Ah!
that's like how we fill our pints.
like how we fill our pints.
Nice.
But when I learned that the last quarter inch is
Oh my goodness!
like,
Yeah,
a full ounce, it was like, I want to make sure that people get their full 16 ounce.
no kidding. That's the trouble when you get a pint glass. Is half of that pint is literally in the last inch of the glass. It's just ridiculous. But
Also, this is very good.
Cool.
All right.
I
So,
bet mine is too.
have you had a drink of it yet?
Oh,
I actually haven't had.
that is fine, right there. That is super fine. This just
Ooh.
reaffirms what my brewing schedule is going to be as soon as the building is built. Which more on that in a second.
Yes.
Once our building is built, I'm going to start parallel brewing.
Yes.
And so I'm going to brew for the tap house because it's weird, but we actually have to have beer in there.
Yeah.
And so I'll keep brewing.
People generally don't just come in, throw money at us, and then let you.
I know, it's as cool
They
as that
want-
would be. No, they'd
it's
have
a
to
trans-
stay and talk with us. Then it would be the ultimate.
Oh,
If
I
they
mean,
just
that
kind
would
of
be
gave
kinda
us money
cool.
and stayed and talked with us, that would be super cool. But serving people is where it's at. So I have to brew for that. But alongside that, parallel for that, are you okay?
I'm okay.
Very good.
Go on.
I will be brewing up stuff that will not see the light of day for a good year.
Yep.
And that will become, in a year's time, just what we're serving, with the odd exception, obviously.
Sure.
What the Dickens probably shouldn't sit for a year. Raven Master,
That's like a good 6 months.
Yeah, 6 months on the long end. Four maybe. So some of them need to be served more or less straight up. But all the big hitters, so the Singularities, the Relics, the old books, Poirot, arguably even Ish to some extent, those all really need to sit, preferably in barrels.
We had some regulars that had a growler of Ish that they sealed it up, and then it like got shuffled to the back of the fridge.
Oh, fair.
And they found it like 3 months later.
Yeah.
And said it was fantastic.
Very good.
They were very excited.
Ish will get into that group. And so I'm going to start parallel brewing. And so the stuff that we'll keep in the tap house, and then in a year's time, what you will see there is largely the stuff that's just been sitting for a year, getting oh so fine and oh so smooth and oh so balanced. Probably half of it in barrels. Yep. Bardic's already a cool place.
Just going to get cooler.
It's just going to get cooler. I think it's going to be in a year's time.
And I'll be doing similarly. My cider doesn't necessarily sit for an entire year. I haven't gotten my skill to that level yet.
You will.
But like Health Potion definitely needs to sit for a couple of months. Like generally I'll make it, I'll let it sit for a few weeks, and I'll put it on, and it's
usually
it's
in
good. Yeah, it's good. But when you get to the last keg of that batch, that's always the best one. And so I want to get that. Like, I want to get ahead of the curve so that when I put something on, the Health Potion on, that first keg is like that last keg. Yeah. And then I had a keg of Gingy that I just let sit for 9 months last year.
That was magic.
And that was
magic.
So good. I'm going to be making Gingy early this year. So it's not going to be 9 months, but it's going to be several.
Mm-hmm.
MD is the same way. When I let that one sit... And so then when I let both MD and Health Potion sit, Infinite Glitter is just
oh my goodness,
so much, so much.
So I mean, gosh. So
kudos points to anybody who knows what that's from.
So I mean, our stuff I am proud of now.
Mm-hmm.
I proudly serve what we make now. I'm very content with it.
Yeah.
Once we get to the point that we are able, when we have the means and the space to get ahead of the curve, I will be extra proud, and I look forward to that day. And it's coming along, as I look out the window, pretty darn well.
Yes.
We've got the roof pretty much on. The inspector is the first inspector, the county inspector, totally happy. The city inspector, little bit more. Didn't so much read the engineering documents, but that's okay. We'll get there. So
you keep talking. I got a little spell that needs to be.
That's fair. But the actual people doing the work are doing a bang up job. They're going above and beyond. So we've got a roof pretty much now. This week we will be getting the concrete. If I can become coherent, we will be getting the concrete pad poured. Give it 2 weeks after that. We will have the walk-in cooler. All the electrical will be done. All the utilities will be in place. We will be golden and set to go. So I cannot wait. It's still a bit of a wait ahead of us, but it's going to be so nice when it's done. And oh man, are we going to be able to produce something fierce. We were already fortunate enough to be able to get some testing on our AC units that will be cooling the whole facility. And
I love how you spin it like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was good to test those. They're good on paper, but you don't really know if they're good in practice, and we got to test those. So we have 3 absolute beasts of AC units. I mean, these things, one person can hardly lift them. 2 people can do okay. Yeah. But these things are absolute monsters. 2 of them will be powering our walk-in. So our walk-in cooler is going to be cold.
Good and cold.
Like, oh my gosh, cold. We've got those of you that are techno nerds like myself, we're using the CoolBot system, which overrides an AC's normal function and drives it way the heck lower than it has any business going in a safe way.
That's how we've been able to cool our walk-in at the tap room.
And here.
And actually, here, yeah.
It's worked fantastically. It's a very wonderful device. So that will be keeping our walk-in at a pretty nice, if I had to guess, 33 degrees. It's going to be stinking cold in there. And the last AC unit will be keeping the entire facility itself at a very, very comfortable 68 degrees year-round. The heater will do the heavy lifting in the winter, of course.
And that's a really good general-purpose fermentation temperature. So
yeah, that was good. So the test we're doing, because I have to nerd out for a second. Yes. So our garage, which mind you is quite large. Well, it's not quite large.
It's a two-car garage.
It's a two-car garage
with a peak roof
with proper 2 doors, not like that single door that technically you can fit 2 cars through, but 2 actual doors. It also leaks like a sieve. Yeah. It's got cracks everywhere. It has all of no insulation whatsoever, and it has a huge vent on both ends of it. One of which has a big old box fan sucking air through it from the outside, which you'll recall is 111 degrees out. And it has 2 AC units exhausting into it, which just jacks that up all the more. And with that one single AC unit cooling the whole garage, it's sitting at a pretty darn comfortable, roughly 70 degrees. So that thing is perfect for our new building.
So we're excited.
If you couldn't tell by my nerd rambling.
Nerd rambling. TM.
Trademark. We're a little excited. Ooh, what do the people have to say?
So, they had mystery hack that got pushed to the back of their fridge and said that it really added to its flavor.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So mystery hack is one that I will remake.
100%.
I promise. The people that I got the Porter's Perfection apples from.
Good people.
Very good people. Amazing, wonderful people. They lost access to their Porter's Perfection trees.
I wonder if we could contact people they sold their orchid to.
So I gotta get on that, sourcing those apples and other apples. I really want to keep playing with the heritage apples because Mystery Hack came out so fantastic. I wish I had Mystery Hack for summer Halloween.
Oh my gosh!
I don't know why I just thought of that.
We didn't think of that. Oh well. It's okay. I think that predated our thought of submarine.
Yeah, I know, but
still, next time we got to find ourselves some more Porter's Perfections, and we got to find another maple syrup bourbon barrel, which I just got an email. They're available again.
Ooh.
But I think we want to wait until we've got the cider.
Yep.
We're ready to go. It's got to go somewhere. Pick up the phone.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, give me a maple bourbon barrel. As soon as it gets here, we fill it.
I know Zach is working hardcore to get this building to.
Bless his heart. He's working far harder than any human has any right to.
But it seems like there's just, I don't want to order barrels and then find out they get to sit out in the sun for 3 weeks, because I don't think that would be good things for that.
I am not ordering anything.
Yeah.
Even once we have the new building, I'm not ordering anything until fermentation is done, and I'm sitting here thinking, this has to go somewhere. Where am I going to put this? And then I'm ordering barrels. And they'll get here, and we'll pull them off the truck, and we'll say thank you to Steve. I'm pretty sure his name's Steve because he does all the deliveries for us.
Nice guy.
He's a very nice guy. We'll say thank you to him, and we'll roll them out there, and we'll fill them.
Okay.
I'm
okay with that.
Then they won't leak.
Yes.
And they'll have that that certain thing about them.
Yes.
I would say je ne sais quoi, but I have no idea what that means.
It's French.
Yep. Which is why it was hilarious when Gaston said that in the live action Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. Anyway.
Digress!
Anyway, yes, Kaylee, you're right. The new releases were super fun.
Those were amazing.
Weird Mageddon, which is Mystic Mead's sour plum mead, not sour in this is a sour beer, but sour as in Warhead,
they call it a sour plum.
Yeah,
and it's not bad, but it's notable.
It's like Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah,
that kind of level of sour.
It's like how pepper tastes spicy, but it isn't hot spicy.
Yeah.
These taste sour, but they aren't sour.
Yeah,
that's the best I can do. I got nothing else.
Weird Mageddon is getting low. And once it's gone, at least for the time being. I don't know what their plans are for making it in the future.
Make more.
It's been received very well. So make more. But just a heads up on that. Schmebulok and Celestabel Bethabel are both. We've got a bit of both of those.
We got plenty of Schmebulok.
Yeah, I mean, people look at the 18% and it's kind of.
I'll take one of those, please.
Oh, I would love to know, Moses, how
seriously
St. Patrick's Day Infinite Glitter is.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
good. It's tasty.
Oh, fantastic.
Yay.
Good to know. Infinite
Yes.
Glitter ages well, too.
Well, I mean, it's Health Potion and MD, which
They
both
ought to age
need
well.
to age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, good to know.
Good to know.
Your stuff ages. We have the best friends.
Yeah, we do.
Here. Zenesaqua means something that cannot be adequately described.
Okay, there we go.
Very good. That pretty
That's your dad, very much.
that pretty much describes all of my fears and all of your ciders. It's like,
I mean, yeah.
why are you the way you are? Je ne sais quoi.
Yeah.
That pretty much describes. That's why I fell in love with you.
Aww.
You have that certain. Je ne sais
I'm
quoi.
that weird.
You're something that can't quite be described, and yet, that's what I needed because I was raised with fantastic family, but a very boring environment, and so to find a very weird wife is a wonderful thing. So,
And I've got something in my eye.
oh, contacts are the worst.
Yeah. Anyway,
or express.
Okay.
Well, that ruins that. Everything I just said pretty much ruined what I was trying to describe
That's okay.
because I just expressed it.
It's okay.
Oh well, I should stop talking. That seems
So-
like what we're getting at here.
We've just like rabbit trailed ourselves.
my
I'm not even
goodness.
sure where we're at.
Okay, so
Like
we
we
so
generally have like a pacing.
so we
to
we covered
this.
what we're.
Oh, I was gonna try and segue us into Summerween.
It was rad.
It was super amazing. Summerween was incredible.
How's the voting going?
That's what I was gonna say.
Neat.
If I can get this stupid thing out of my eye.
Is it affecting your speech?
Yes. Kind of like the same way when you're following directions in a car, you're looking for the destination, you have to turn down your music.
Understood. Yes.
All right. So let's go to the voting.
Now's your chance. Vote in the next 10 seconds. You can affect the polls. Check your emails check your emails for something from Bardic.
Well, I just posted.
You got 5 seconds. Poll results.
Unless
the internets are breaking.
let's okay, we're gonna do the Jack-O-Melon first.
All right.
So let's see results. Waddles.
Nice.
Let's see.
To be fair, that's the one I voted for, so it pretty
I
much
mean,
deserves
yeah.
to win.
So you guys see little Waddles there. He's the winner.
Old 15 poundy.
Oh, 15 poundy. And second place, we're going to do first. So we have gift cards at the tap room.
Oh, I honestly didn't realize that. That's super neat.
We talked about it.
I'm sure we did, but there's been a lot of life happening
This
between
is
then
true.
and now.
So if you're the one who did Waddles, come on in. We've got a gift card for you. And second place is the adorable little face with the curly Q hair.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, that's second place. We've got gift cards for both of you. Very thematic. Yes. All right. So now costumes, which I'm partial to. I loved the costumes. I was so happy whenever
They were
anybody-
all amazing.
Yes. And I'm really not surprised at who the top two. All right. So
How can you not zoom those? It really seems like they ought to be zoomable.
I know they really should be. Actually, I have the originals.
Hold, please.
Let me find. All right.
Technology.
So
Oh, that one was
number
dope.
one
Yeah.
is the Marionette doll. I loved that costume. It's
That was
simple
so
but
good.
like clever.
Right?
And then number two was, yes, I thought so.
Nice.
Was Loki. Which, yes, they were sisters. But I'm okay with that. I'm totally fine with that.
From the new Loki series on Disney
Yes.
Plus, mind you.
Fantastic.
Yes, not from the current MCU movies. Technically, it's the same character, same actor, everything
Well,
else.
it's part of the MCU. It's just a TV
It is
show.
just not the film. This
Yeah.
is the series, and it is hilarious and frankly
so fantastic.
so fantastic. And
Yeah.
the episode ends, and you're left going,
No.
"What?" It's
I know.
as bad as Lost. It's worse than Lost, but they're,
But they're actually like progressing the plot and answering questions, though.
true. So it's better than Lost. But their costumes were on
Although-
point.
Although this one where Loki's like, oh, and
I-
like, dang,
that was
like,
ridiculous.
I want to know about that.
Yeah. So their costumes were on point,
Yes.
immediately recognizable.
Yep.
They walked in and it's like, you are Loki from the new series.
Yes.
This is amazing. What snarky remark do you have for me right now?
Yes.
Also, I like jet skis. So
All right, so we've got gift cards for both of you.
don't worry if you missed it in these random ramblings.
Yes.
We will post about it more
Yes,
officially.
we will definitely post about it. But those are the results. So yay!
Woo.
It was so much fun seeing.
Oh my goodness, what a day that was! too.
It was amazing.
We had a fair number of people that knew what we were up to.
Yep.
We had a
people.
lot of people that had no clue what we were up to.
But they
they
got
had
the clue.
a blast.
They got
and,
the clue. Like as soon as they walked in,
and I'd say half of them were like, "Yeah, I'll color a watermelon, weirdos." But yeah, that sounds fine for me. We just have good people. So, and I always wanted a jet ski, Kaylee. I'm terrified of the thought. It would scare me to death, and yet I want one.
I've never ridden one. I would
neither
love
have
to.
I.
I would
Neither
love
have
to.
They're one of those things that scare me to death, and yet I painfully want one.
Okay, so if our friends do buy the place in Puerto Rico, and they've already offered us, if that happens, that we can make use of that place, we're going to get our hands on jet skis.
So I will just take a bath in sunscreen.
Yep.
And then I will spend all day jet skiing.
Yep.
Done.
All right. You all are our witnesses.
Margaritas on the beach?
Yes.
Nice.
All
Very
right.
good.
So
I don't know who's going to take care of the kids, but that's okay. We'll figure it out.
the candy bowls were awesome. Like there was the loser candy, but they were like really
It
good
was actually
candies.
really good. I don't care what you say. Tootsie Rolls, despite not being actual chocolate, are really yummy.
Well, it's cocoa.
It's like
But I mean, yeah, it's
fake
not like
it's like cocoa with a K, like K-Rab. It's like K-Oko.
okay. One of my favorites
So
though.
thanks for breaking up the band, Coco.
One of my favorites though was a man came in dressed up as a little old lady, and he had a purse and he would like shuffle up to people and offer them hard candy, and it was the Werther's.
Werther's Original.
Yes,
Which is like
some of
typical
my
old people
favorite.
candy, and yet it's so good.
It's so good. And
it's
so
like
when he handed me one,
butterscotch,
I
how
was
it
like,
was meant
yes!
to be. I didn't get one, but that's okay.
You did. Oh, well, we gotta go get you one.
We're getting because
So.
we're adults that have access to adult money. I'm getting
Yes.
Werther's Original tonight,
All
and
right.
maybe a pop,
Well,
or some Gog,
I
some soda Gog.
I still have a cinnamon roll the size of my head to eat, so I think that might be
Yes,
on.
you're
Okay,
gonna,
so it's
you're gonna
not-
have that, and I'm gonna go find other fun things.
So it's not random recommendation of the week time, but this
Do
is
it.
an extra
it.
random recommendation of the week. Donna's Diners has cinnamon rolls that literally they're like this big and they're just chewy and gooey and
They are within
so
walking
good.
distance of Bardic.
Yes.
If you are at Bardic, head west down Sprague, past the post
They closed
office.
2
and then,
hours before we opened.
no. If it's early morning and you
Yes.
happen to be standing out Bardic wishing, why did St. Peter say I couldn't have beer before 9? Then what you're going to do is you're going to head down Sprague, headed towards west. You're going to go past the post office.
Yep.
You're going to say thanks for not being open this early. And then you're going to find yourself at Donna's Diner
Yes.
on the left.
Yes.
And you're going to have
Such good food.
fantastic food. Oh, my goodness.
Moses, correct me if I'm wrong, but they are open from like 6 until 2, I think. 5 until 2.
I don't know. They're open from like early breakfast time until late breakfast time.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
Like
It's-
late lunch.
Yeah, early-ish, late lunch
Yeah,
time. So,
yeah.
I mean, don't go in there expecting dinner. But
I mean, although their chicken fried steak was
oh, my
super
gosh.
good.
But yeah.
Biscuits and gravy, yes.
Yeah, oh, 6. There we are.
Okay,
6
to
to 3, Tuesday through Sunday.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the numbers. Go in there for breakfast or brunch.
So on a Saturday, you can go get Donna's. You can get it to go.
You could conceivably hit Donna's and
Yes.
Bardic on Saturday.
Yeah, so you could go get Donna's, get like a heap, like a mound of food, and bring it to Bardic, and then like that could be your lunch, and you could drink and eat Donna's food. Like
If Becky brings me Donna's, I don't know what I'll do. I will probably publicly serenade Matt. just to divert it and not make it weird.
Yes.
But I'll be thinking in my heart, this woman just brought me food and I love it.
You will hug her like crazy is what you will do.
No, I'll hug her appropriately.
Well, yes.
But then I'll hug Matt inappropriately and it will be great.
Yes.
Because I respect people, dang it.
Yes.
But I will love the food.
You will hug Matt inappropriately so he can hug Becky inappropriately for you.
Rightly so, being his fiance and all. But I love that couple. They're the best people on earth.
Kaylee says challenge accepted.
Sweet. So we'll see you guys on Saturday with Donna's food.
Granted, though, we don't work until 4, so it would be Andrea who gets Donna's food.
If I knew it was coming, I'd come in. Andrea might be working, but I'll be sitting at a table looking pitiful and hungry. Somebody will bring that to me, and it will be fantastic.
It will be fantastic. Okay,
goodness,
so that's your
fantastic.
extra random recommendation of the week.
I don't think I'm going to be able to top that at this point. You pretty much got the best random recommendation of the week.
That's okay. I've got another one.
I do have one.
I do too. I'm prepared this time.
Neat.
But we'll get to that. All right. So brewing and cider making aren't exactly happening right now with the production and everything.
We do still have stuff. You're not going to go without, but
I just made
it's off. Although I am going to be making something very soon. Kaylee, tell Luke I need to contact him about that braggot. I'm sorry I didn't talk with him last time he was in, but I know he was thinking Oktoberfest. I'm thinking Braggot Fest, which means maybe instead of brewing in a month, we brew Saturday. So
Luke's on here too. So
Luke is there too. Yeah. Hi, Luke. Guess what? So I'm thinking
are you saying
soon.
Call me maybe?
Call me maybe, but not now because my phone is on Do Not Disturb.
And
Moses,
yes, Moses needs...
all of your hugs are inappropriate, so feel free to come in anytime you like.
I got very appropriate hugs from both him and Sam.
Because he is a gentleman and he will only hug you appropriately. But for me, they go for 5 seconds longer than they should.
Okay. Such a really good Bardic tale tonight.
Okay, I'm going to call Luke right now.
Okay, you call Luke. So, for cider, I just made the syrup for health potion, so that's going to go. I mentioned earlier that I'm turning some of the pinata apple base into health potion. Do you not have his number?
Well, I thought I had his number. Hold, please. I can do.
You can text.
I know. I've texted him before, so I know I have it.
Okay. Also, today, so we mentioned earlier that, we were drinking earlier, the meat, Sizer, that was the base, and it was absolutely delicious. And we saved some for you, Luke and Kaylee, since you made it too. We added in,
we may just chat over Facebook and nothing else because we're adults.
You're adults and you can make adult decisions like that. Anyway, so for the sizer, we added the mango into 1/2. So that one's just going to be a really pleasant, kind of sweet mango sizer. A little bit of like spicy notes. Again, kind of like pepper rather than like habanero or something. The other one, we added the mango, and then we also added sergeant peppers, which if you watched Bardic Tales a few times back, yeah, like throat almost closed kind of heat. It's not that bad.
Almost.
We were eating it raw.
If you have heavy cream, you can drink straight. It's not that bad. I'm saying
what we put in the sizer is not that bad.
That'll be just fine.
It's going to be hot, but it's not going to be like throat closing hot. But it also has Szechuan peppercorns in it, which adds a really fun, like kind of tingly kind of
a tingly peppery.
Yeah, it's not like your tongue is numb, but it's like it's headed that way. Never goes numb or anything like that. It's just a really fun sensation. And then that with the heat and then the mango on top of it to add some sweetness, it should be a lot of fun. So I added that today. What are you calling him?
I'm calling Luke.
Okay.
But I'm trying not to interrupt you.
No, you call Luke. I can keep talking. So that happened today. You're going to speakerphone it.
You're darn right I'm putting it on speakerphone.
Can I ask what you're calling about?
The new bracket we're going to do.
All right, hang on while I try to reach them.
That's a thing? You can do that?
Yes. Yeah, Google Voice will let you. Hey, Luke.
Another random recommendation, Google Voice. That was super cool.
Hi, Mark.
Welcome to Bardic Tales guest appearance by Luke of Mystic Mead.
So yeah, that bracket we were going to talk about, I think is super cool, even though you haven't told me anything about it. I know you wanted to do it for Oktoberfest. What do you think about doing it for Bracket Fest at the end of July?
I only answered this call because my Google Assistant said we were going to talk about a bracket.
Yes, I have a new door I'm hanging, and I think a bracket would be perfect for it. Apparently, Google doesn't know what brackets are for.
Yeah, I mean, brackets are probably great. I'm sure I know how to make one.
I'm sure between the two of us, I can do beer and you can do mead, and I think we should do one like. So, what are you doing this Saturday?
Way to put him on the spot.
I want to say I'm making bracket this Saturday, but
What?
I have no idea.
Why don't you have your people call my people, and we'll figure it out.
My Google Assistant should be more helpful with my calendar.
All right. I'm sorry that he put you through this, Luke.
Why are you sorry?
Okay. Kaylee says that you guys have nothing happening.
What?
That's planned on Saturday.
All right.
Now we have something exciting happening.
Apparently, we have something exciting happening. Chances are good we'll be brewing in my garage. It'll be fantastic, and we'll have a good old time.
All right, I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks for being a good sport.
Always.
All right, man. We'll
Bye.
talk to you later. Bye.
All right, so Bracket Fest is a thing. Talk about it.
So Bracket Fest occurs every year. This year it is happening at Bellwether.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, as I understand it.
Which is where you started your whole, brewery could be a career thing.
Now the circle is complete. I don't have that James Earl Jones.
I'm sorry you don't, but that was still pretty good.
I'm not. That needs to be unique. That needs to be special to him. It's okay that I don't have it.
True.
But
it was still pretty good.
It wasn't terrible. So
anyway, so Bracket Fest at Bellwether.
Whoa! What's a bracket? Half the people don't know. So
beer and mead.
If you mix your alcohols and you're not the government, you have to give it different names. So for instance, a mead and a cider, they call a sizer, which is fantastic. A mead and a beer, they call a braggot. And of course, there are different rules, different names for do you mix it before fermentation, do you not? Blah, 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 blah. History. We're making a braggot. It's a mead beer, essentially. And Mystic Mead are some of our best friends. And they make fantastic mead, and I make, fantastic beer. And so a good combination of that would be a super fine braggot.
Is that what you guys are going to call it? Super fine?
Well, now we might. I don't know.
Write that in your good ideas book.
I will write that in my good ideas book.
Oh, I was talking to Kaylee, but
I'll write it in mine too. Regardless, Bellwether, some of our dear friends, they are literally the reason we exist as Bardic.
Love Bellwether.
They reached out to us and said, "Hey, we're hosting Bracket Fest again. How would you feel about participating?" And I said, "That sounds fantastic. I would love to do that." And I had no clue what I was going to do. And literally, 2 days later, Luke walks up to me with his notebook and says, "Hey, I think we should make a braggot. I have a few ideas, and what do you think about it?" I said, "I think that's great." And then I served the other 1,800 customers that we had in that night, and we never got to talking about it. So long story short, I agreed to something that I had no idea how to do. And then a good friend came in out of the blue and said, "I know how to do it." And I said, "Great, we're doing that," without telling him. That's pretty much the long story made short right there.
How do we have friends?
I don't know, but they're great friends,
They're
and
so
I love
good.
it.
All
You
right,
have worn off on me. You're weird, and I'm becoming weird, and that's hot. I love it.
You're welcome.
So hot right now, like Spokane.
Spokane.
Oh my gosh!
All right.
Probably the entire inland northwest.
It is.
but
Yeah, it's the whole Northwest.
but I live in Spokane, so that's pretty much the world.
No,
at this point.
the gentleman that was in on Saturday because he was signing in for Iron Man, which Iron Man happened
goodness
on
sakes.
Sunday.
Wow.
He was from Vancouver, and Vancouver was hotter than Spokane.
That's just.
Yeah.
I mean, I love good heat. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
I'm a quarter Armenian. I love me some good hot weather, but that's encroaching on dangerous.
Yeah.
That's a stay indoors, drink tons of water.
So as far as I saw, everybody that did Iron Man was safe.
Good.
The man who won the men's division did it 10 minutes faster than anybody has ever done that Iron Man.
In this heat.
Yes. Like,
I mean,
hardcore, right?
it's.
I mean, cheers to that.
Cheers. Wow. That's
Yeah.
just nuts. And I wish everybody good hydration.
Yes.
And beyond that, you'll be fine.
Yes.
So,
So, all right.
moving on. Good.
Braggett Fest is coming end
Braggett
of
Fest is
July.
coming.
We're part of it.
And apparently so is Mystic Mead.
Yay, Mystic Mead.
Sorry to voluntold you into that, but we love you guys. So there you go. Building's coming along nicely. We
Yep.
know what we're drinking. We should probably talk about the special of this
Yes.
week. Do we
Okay.
have any clue whatsoever?
I do actually.
What do
I've
you
been
serve
thinking
in
of
110 degree weather?
I've been thinking of this.
Special,
Okay, so last
special
week,
for the week is ice cream served as a soup.
last week we had a chicken salad sandwich that I loved. It was so good.
A few people loved it.
Yeah. I mean, the people who got it said it was really great. And we've got a bunch of it in our freezer because we sold like 6 sandwiches this week. I don't know. Maybe it just wasn't sandwich week. So I was so prepared for that business.
Lord business.
So
That
this
one was
week, I'm thinking, chicken salad was amazing. And we've got a bunch of it in the freezer, so I'm going to be eating that
It's
this
going
week.
to continue to be amazing.
Yes. This week, though, I'm thinking of a cold pasta salad, maybe like a
Ooh.
Mediterranean,
Oh, didn't we do that once already?
possibly.
If we didn't, it would be super cool.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
So
Good
that's
Medi-
that's
maybe with like an Italian dressing.
we
Only
did.
because I've been on a kick for Italian. Yeah,
'cause
that's why we
got-
have it.
Yeah, that's